All right, everybody, welcome. Number 2 seed Iberia Rangers taking on the 6 seed Sullivan Eagles. Sullivan pulled off an upset win over St. Elizabeth to open up the tournament. It'll be Blankenship taking the jump against Evans, and it goes the way of the Eagles to start it off. Blankenship, Tomir, Taze, Malady, Garner starters for the Sullivan Eagles, and Peyton Malady picking up the first foul of the ball game 11 seconds in. Wes Jones, Ethan Evans, Tucker Jones, Chris Shreve, Riley McComb starters for the Iberia Rangers, the usual suspects. Wes out to Shreve. Shreve jacking the three. No. It's going to go out of bounds. After the win in the first round, Sullivan moves to 4-8. They're the biggest school in the tournament at sitting in Class 4. Pass over to Malady. Now back up top here to Tomir. Corner, Blankenship. Good off the wing for three. Sullivan strikes first. Back over in the corner to Wes Jones. Jones in the corner to Evans. Evans shoots the three. That one will go in. Good. Tie ball game. Iberia did not play their best game of the year last night against the Richland Bears, who possibly did play their best game of the year. Iberia came away with the win by the time it was all said and done, but they trailed for a majority of the second half. Taze almost lost that one. Now gets it on the wing for three. No. And a foul called. I think that's going to be on Blankenship. It is his first. So 2 fouls now for the Sullivan Eagles. And it's 3-all. 113 viewers for the last game. Hopefully we'll break that number for this game. I appreciate everybody that does tune in. Wes Jones in the corner, swings it back up here to Shreve. Shreve back to Jones. Jones, quick three. Yes! And Iberia doubles up Sullivan here. 6.5 to go in the first. Over to Taze. Taze drives in, kicks it back out here. Three by Tomir, no good. Over to Wes Jones, brings it across the timeline. Now to Shreve. Shreve thought about it from the wing. He'll pass it back up top here to Jones. Jones back up top to reset here, get something moving. Has to stop, kicks it over to Shreve. Back to Jones on the wing. Gets a screen here from Evans. Evans rolls back around, kicks it over to Shreve. Long pass over to Ethan. Ethan for three. No. Rebounded underneath there by Garner. Back the other way goes Taze. Kicks in the corner, Blankenship. Over to Malady. Malady for three. No. Rebounded by Garner. Garner up and over, no good. Blankenship gets it over Shreve, good. 1 point ball game. On the corner, Shreve passes over to Ethan Evans. High post to Evans. Evans kicks it out here to Shreve. Shreve for three, no. McComb comes up with it, kicks it out here to Evans again. Over to Shreve. Shreve's going to drive this time. And a blocking foul on Peyton Malady. His second. And it is way too early in the game for Peyton Malady to be picking up his second foul already. I don't know how many points he finished with the first game, but I know it was at least 17. I had a little mishap in that situation there, so I didn't keep good track as Evans puts this one in off the tip. He's got 5 of the 8. Taze kicks it out to Blankenship, back up top here to Tomir. Tomir saying, what am I doing? Oh yeah, this. Oldham is checked in for the Sullivan Eagles here in place of Malady. That one's flipped out of bounds. 4:35 to go here in the first. 3 team fouls for Sullivan, none for Iberia so far. Wes Jones moves up here against Tamir. Back over to Blankenship. Round to Taze. Taze back up to Oldham. Oldham bounce pass almost gets away. Swinging it back around here. Tamir has it picked away by Wes Jones. Picked up by Oldham. Double team by the Joneses. Inside to Garner. Garner kicks it out in the corner. Up top, Tamir. No. Rebounded. Garner. No. Blankenship can't pull it in either. Ends up in the hands of Tamir again. 4 minutes to go here. High post. Out to Blankenship for three. No. And Tucker Jones comes down with that one. And Iberia will finally take it the other way. A very long possession for Sullivan there. And that one goes out of bounds on Evans. Inbound. They're going to go to the press here. Try to put some pressure on these Eagles. Ethan Evans swipes that one away. But it'll go out of bounds. Good news is it didn't unplug us that time. 3:33 on the clock. Bounce pass into Garner. Garner feeds it back up to Tamir. Tamir thought about a shot out to Blankenship. Good ball movement here. Oldham underneath, and he's going to draw the foul. It's going to be on Shreve, I think. It is his first. Iberia's first. And that'll put Oldham on the line here to shoot two. First one is up and good. Made a deposit in the bank on that one. See if he can pick up the change. And cannot, misses the second. Back the other direction we'll go. Long pass down to Shreve in the extreme corner. No. Rebounded by Evans. No. Evans just trying to quickly put it up there. Didn't quite get the right English on it. Underneath the Oldham, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Sullivan. .306 in the first to go. Inbound to Jones. Shreve brings it up, or Jones brings it up across the timeline. Jacks the long three and hits it. He's got 6 of the 11. Wes Jones, Ethan Evans, the only Rangers on the board so far. Inside, underneath, and a foul drawn there by Taze. So he'll go to the line to shoot two. That one on Ethan Evans, his first. 2:42 to go in the first. 5-point lead for the Rangers. First one up for Taze, good. Second one up, good. Makes them both. Closes the gap here to just 3. Sullivan keeping it close here in the first against the number 2 seed. Wes Jones handling the ball here up top. Dribbles around, 3, no. Rebound swiped away, and that's going to be a foul. Ethan Evans picks up his second. That'll bring in Connor probably. It does. So Connor checks in. That one swiped away by Wes Jones on the inbound. It's on the floor. He ends up with it. Probably should have tried for a timeout, but ends up in the hands of Sullivan. And Sullivan will call a timeout there on the floor. Are they going to say it's out of bounds? Kelby Wan's trying to figure out what's going on here. Having a conversation there with the referee just to clarify. So it's going to be Iberia's ball. They're going to say that he touched out of bounds as he was going for the ball on the floor. Wes Jones, 2 up front, gets it over to Tucker, back to Wes. Wes kicks to Shreve. Shreve to Tucker. Tucker can't handle the pass, ends up with it anyway. Back up to Wes. They're spreading the floor here. They got McComb on the high post. There's a screen. Over to Shreve. Kicks it in the corner to Connor. Connor's going to drive. A little contact out to Wes. Wes for 3. Ooh, almost. Tucker comes up with it out to Wes. Wes for 3 again. Does not make that one either. Garner getting in there for the rebound. Minute 40 on the clock here. That one down to Oldham. Kicks it up here to Taze. Taze kicks it around to Garner. Garner is going to draw the foul there on Wes Jones. Fourth foul in the quarter for the Rangers. That'll be Lappy and Breen checking in for Sullivan here. 1:29 to go. And Lappy just stepped back court, but the referee didn't catch it.
Hey, 41, Andrew, get in that spot.
That one tipped out of bounds, so it'll stay with the Sullivan Eagles here. Taze with the inbound. Over in the corner to Blankenship. Blankenship drives, loses the ball. West comes up with it. 3-on-1. West trying to weave through traffic. Spin move. Out to Shreve. Shreve over to Connor. Connor for three. No. Iberia choosing to die by the three here in the latter part of the first quarter. Out to Garner. Garner. Two guys closing in on him. Bounce pass over here to Breen. Breen up to the top of the key. Gets it over to Blankenship. Blankenship guarded by Wes Jones. Now to Taze. Back up top here. Blankenship over to Breen. Tucker Jones closes the gap over there. Skip pass over here to Lappy. Back up top to Blankenship. Lappy again on the corner. Almost stolen there by Tucker Jones. Now back to Breen. Breen on the wing. Sullivan just being very patient here, trying to get somebody out of position long enough to get a shot off or drive the lane. There's Garner on the cut. Ends up with it, double team, backing it against McComb. Has to pass it out to Blankenship. Blankenship's going to drive. High post jumper, no. Shreve misses the rebound. It's on the floor. Ball still loose, and now we're going to have a jump ball, and it's going to stay down here with the Eagles. 6.6 on the clock. One last chance for a shot here for Sullivan if they can get a clean inbound. Swings it around, tries to get it in. Wes Jones picks it off. 2 on the clock. 1. Last second shot up and no good. So 11-8 as we end the first quarter. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back right after this on Better Call Ball. The Bank of Iberia first opened its doors in 1899 and has been tirelessly serving the Miller, Pulaski, and surrounding counties ever since. You don't stay in business that long without knowing a thing or two about taking care of your neighbors. With branches in Iberia and Waynesville, they offer checking, savings, loans, and the friendly customer service that you've come to expect from your hometown bank. So roll on over to Rocktown or wheel into Waynesville and find out what the Bank of Iberia can do for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. When disaster strikes, every second matters. Water, fire, mold, and storm damage or trauma cleanup can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to face it alone. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, our certified restoration experts are on call 24/7, arriving fast to protect what matters most. From cleanup to complete rebuild, we restore your home or property and your peace of mind. If you need help fast, give us a call. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, we master any disaster. Here we go, start of the second, 11-8. Iberia's leading the Sullivan Eagles here. Sullivan, the 6th seed, proving they are better than their seed with an upset win over the number 3 St. Elizabeth Hornets, and now giving Iberia Rangers, the number 2 seed, the business. Only trails by 3. McComb gets it inside, tries to go up. Garner cuts him off, gets it out to Tucker. Tucker over to Shreve. They can't hardly get the ball moving. Over to Shreve in the corner from KMD. No. Taze. Gonna drive in. Stolen away by Wes Jones. Nice pick. To stop the fast break. 7:20 on the clock in the second now. Over to Tucker. Tucker's gonna drive the block. Spin around, trying to get it to somebody. Trying to make some room. Gets it out to Wes, up to KMD. Over to Shreve. Shreve for 3. That one will fall. And that increases the lead here for the Iberia Rangers. First points of the second quarter. Malady back in for the Eagles. He's their big scoring engine here on the offensive side. Not bad on defense as Blankenship shoots the three. It's good. That's his second three of the ball game here. Over here to Shreve. Shreve, long pass to Duncan. Back up top here to Wes Jones. Ethan Evans with 2 fouls on him already. We may not see him for a few more minutes. Back up top to Wes Jones. Now to Shreve. Shreve jacks the three. Good. 2 possessions, 2 threes. 6-point lead. Long pass down to Malady. He's going to shoot the three. Yes! And he is a great scorer for this Sullivan squad. And that one's stolen away by Taze. Back the other way to Malady again. He's going to drive the lane here. A little Euro step off the glass. Good, and that's a 1-point ball game. Malady has 2 fouls. He was out from over. Or it might have been a different ball game at the end of the first. Tucker Jones for 3. No. Rebounded off the foot of Malady. And a timeout called after Taze jumps on it. Gonna take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure that you have followed the page. We're amassing more every day, and every little bit helps. Just over a week ago, we had less than 1,000. Now we're almost to 1,200. That helps us out immensely. Looks like there's 24 of you watching on Facebook at the moment. And I thank you guys for tuning in regardless. Hope I'm doing a good job for you. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure to subscribe. We've jumped almost 60 subscribers just this week. Looks like 66 of you watching right now. So if you're watching, make sure you comment below on YouTube and let us know who you're rooting for. And if you want to tell me what names I'm pronouncing wrong, you can go ahead and do that too. Quick passes around to Malady. Malady drives in against McComb, kicks it back out here to Taze. Taze, couple moves here on Jones, up to Blankenship. 5:20 on the clock here. Connor getting in front of that one. Over to Tolliver. Tolliver out to Taze for 3. No. Rebound brought down by Blankenship. Gets it over to Garner. Garner nearly gets his pocket picked. Blankenship from 3 in the corner. No. Tolliver comes down with it. Good rebounding here by the Eagles. 3 no good by Taze. Malady, he's going to take it up. That one will fall. And Sullivan takes a lead. Malady just stays low in the lane there until he has to get tall. He's got great body control when it comes to those layups. He's just determined. Jones back up to Jones. Tucker back to Wes. Wes thought about a 3 in the corner, gets it in McComb. McComb bounce pass to Wes. Wes unloads the quick 3. No. Garner, good position under there to get the rebound. Blankenship up to Taze. Taze gonna drive. Jumper from mid-range. No. Jones took that rebound away from Connor. 1-point ball game still with 4:20 to go here in the second. Over to Shreve. Back up top here to Jones. Over to Tucker. Tucker to Connor. Back up to Wes. Moving around the outside. Shreve over in the corner. Connor back to Shreve. That one tipped away. Connor loses control of this one. Back out to Shreve. Long pass over to Wes. Wes going to reset it all. Coach Holzer over here directing traffic. On the corner. Shreve dribbles it back up top here. Passes to Wes. Wes over to Connor. Inside to Tucker. Back to Connor. Connor the quick 3. No. Rebounded there by Peyton Malady. Over in the corner to Tolliver. Tolliver's going to drive in. Tries to flip it up and under. Around McComb, it won't go. Tucker Jones brings it across this time. Flips it in the corner to Connor. Back up top here to Jones. Connor, 3. That one will go. Good. Connor's first points of the night. All 9 points scored in the second half, or the second quarter for Iberia is from beyond the arc. That one's stolen away by Wes Jones. Over to Shreve. Shreve's going to unload the long three. That one no good. Garner. A heck of a good rebounder under there. Garner, Malady, and Blankenship are not afraid to crash the boards. Malady gets it, goes underneath, kick out to Tolliver, back up top to Blankenship. Now over to Taze. Taze for three. No. Taze having a rough time from beyond the arc tonight so far. 2.5 to go in the second. And just a 2-point ball game here in the 2-6 matchup. Over to Tucker Jones. Back to Shreve. Shreve swinging it around. West at the top. Now to Connor. Connor thought about the three. Tolliver cuts him off. That one off his foot. This one into Taze. Taze, little shot fake. No, gets the bad roll out of there. Connor has it kicked out. So Taze going to check out. That is Tamir going to check back in. I spelled his name phonetically as Tomir, so I would remember how to say it. I ain't making fun of him. I'm just not very good at strangely spelled last names like that sometimes. Over to Shreve. Shreve the three. No. Rebounded by Garner again. Garner's already probably pushing 10 or 11 rebounds just in the first half, if not more. Kicks it up to Garner. Quick pass in. Great court vision there. And that one is no good. Blocked. Tucker Jones brings it down. Flips it out to Shreve. Shreve over to West. West thought about the three. He's going to fake it. And they're going to set something up here. Duncan in the corner now. Takes the dish, circles around, kicks it to Shreve. Shreve hands it off to Tucker. Tucker gets a screen there from McComb. West out to Shreve. Shreve going to drive in this time. That one nowhere near good. Didn't quite get the right angle on that layup attempt. Tolliver trying to take it in himself, no good. Rebound swatted away by Oldham. Ends up in the hands of Shreve. Shreve long pass down to West. West and Tucker on the block. That one blocked from behind. I think everybody was expecting a foul there. Garner goes with the steal. Scoop and score. Evens it up. Garner's second bucket of the night here. As we tick under 43 seconds to play. And Sullivan really giving these boys a good run for their money here. If you had just looked at the records on the way in, you'd think this would be a blowout game, but seeing Sullivan the way they played St. Elizabeth the other night, I had faith this was going to be a pretty good ball game on their part. Couple of screens, 20 seconds on the clock here. Shreve over to McComb. They're just going to pass it around here and hold for the last shot, I would say. They're going to try to set a screen, get Wes or Shreve open for that last shot. Tolliver goes to the floor here. Tucker Jones drives and to the bucket and the and one. And maybe Tucker just needs to start doing that. So that foul's going to be on Blankenship, his second. First team foul in the quarter. Tucker Jones hits the and one to make it a 3-point ball game. And now every starter but McComb is on the board for the Rangers. 4.7 seconds on the clock here. Quick inbound there to Tomir. Quick pass over in the corner. Tolliver for three. They say no good on the shot, but it went in. That would have tied the ball game going into halftime. Let's see on the replay here if he got it off in time. Let's see here. There's the inbound. Quick pass. Another quick pass from Garner. And it's hard to tell because my scoreboard there blocks the clock, but it was definitely close. So as we head to halftime, it's a 3-point lead for the Iberia Rangers. Sullivan hanging in there pretty well. And we'll be back with second half action in just a minute on Better Call Ball. K&K Meat Processing is your local source for high-quality meats. Not only do they provide affordable processing for your homegrown livestock, K&K also has retail and bulk bundles of quality meat at fair prices, offering whole, half, and quarter beeves as well as burgers, steaks, poultry, and pork, all vacuum sealed for quality and convenience. If it oinks, squawks, or moos, K&K has it available for you. So the next time it's fill the freezer day, look no further than K&K, 364 Phillipsburg Lane in Richland. Winter winds can take a toll on your skin, so it needs something to keep it smooth and supple, but the harsh chemicals and suffocating fragrance of the commercial brands can leave you disappointed. So why not try Bees Needs all-natural beef tallow skincare products? Tallow is an all-natural substance containing rich fatty acids and essential vitamins for your skin. Not only is it a great moisturizer, but it can also help with elasticity, keeping your skin feeling soft and looking its best. Bees Needs even has mechanics and shave soap for the fellas, so contact Bees Needs today and give your skin the pampering it deserves. Did you know that about 150 million Americans start their day with a cup of coffee? If that also applies to you, then you should make your way to Cup of Faith Coffee Company. It's easy to find. It's located in Dixon, next to the post office, and quality coffee is just one of the many items that they offer. They also have frappes, lattes, lotus refreshers, lemonades, hot chocolate, and even breakfast, all with a convenient drive-thru. Cup of Faith Coffee Company is also a proud supporter of Frisco League Sports. Go Bulldogs! ZCM Timber Harvesting in Iberia is dedicated to getting you the best value for your timber. We know how hard you worked for your land and how important it is to you and your family. That's why we want to make your land work for you in return. With free, no-obligation consultations, ZCM Timber will get you the best value for your timber while conserving the integrity of your land. Call us today at 573-569-0592. The Bank of Iberia first opened its doors in 1899 and has been tirelessly serving the Miller, Pulaski, and surrounding counties ever since. You don't stay in business that long without knowing a thing or two about taking care of your neighbors. With branches in Iberia and Waynesville, they offer checking, savings, loans, and the friendly customer service that you've come to expect from your hometown bank. So roll on over to Rocktown or wheel into Waynesville and find out what the Bank of Iberia can do for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. When disaster strikes, every second matters. Water, fire, mold, and storm damage or trauma cleanup can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to face it alone. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, our certified restoration experts are on call 24/7, arriving fast to protect what matters most. From cleanup to complete rebuild, we restore your home or property and your peace of mind. If you need help fast, give us a call. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, we master any disaster. For 125 years, the Marys County Bank has been dedicated to serving Pulaski County and the surrounding communities. We have friendly in-house services for your auto, ag, home, business, and personal banking needs. With 11 locations including Richland and St. Robert, the Marys County Bank is a convenient way to manage your finances. Come see a friendly face today at any of our 11 locations and let our knowledgeable staff serve your needs. The Marys County Bank, member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. CNC Farm and Home is more than just a name. It's reassurance that anything you need to care for your farm or home, you can find it at CNC Farm and Home in Lebanon and Bolivar. Whether you need products for lawn and garden, electrical, hardware, or housewares, the good folks at CNC have what you need. They also carry the essentials for pets and livestock, fencing, automotive care, clothing, and even toys. Since 1970, CNC has provided quality products and service in Lebanon, Bolivar, and the surrounding areas. So stop in today and see what CNC can do for you.
Oh no, there's a huge crack in my windshield. I need it fixed fast. What am I going to do?
You're going to call Glasshopper Mobile Glass Service. With 30 years of experience, Scott & Glasshopper has your glass covered, delivering top-quality, professional, and friendly service to the surrounding area. Whether it's a chip, crack, or shattered glass, windshields, liftgate windows, or anything in between, if it's auto glass, Glasshopper will fix it fast. Call Glasshopper LLC in Richland today, 573-765-4276. Are you fed up with the limited selection and high prices at the big box stores? Have you grown weary of paying a premium for steaks that don't meet your expectations? Then it's time you see Chris, Todd, and Ira at Three Brothers Meat Company. Three Brothers is your local family-owned butcher shop where you'll find top-quality meats at fair market prices. From chicken, beef, pork, and fish to even something like ostrich or alligator, they've got it all. Plus, with a wide variety of sides, sauces, and spices, and even catering, they are your one-stop shop. Three Brothers Meat Company. Great meat, great service, great people. Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods crew can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all. Call Adam for your custom design or bring your plans for a quote on your next build. Call Backwoods Construction today at 417-594-1716 and make your vision a reality. As fall approaches, termites, spiders, and other insects will be looking for a warm, comfy place to ride out the winter. But these treacherous tenants can destroy your home. Don't let your home become a safe haven for unwelcome guests. Let A to Z evict those freeloading pests. A to Z is FHA and VA approved and serves Pulaski County and the surrounding Ozarks. They offer termite inspections and identify issues that could cost you thousands. A to Z will annihilate those ants, finish off those fleas, and terminate those termites. Eradicating those pests and eliminating your stress is what A to Z does best, so call today. MFA Agri-Services started way back in 1914, and they're still alive and well today. This is because they serve their communities like no one else, offering feed and bedding for pets and livestock, minerals, supplements, veterinary supplies, and so much more. MFA has what you need to keep your farm outstanding in its field. See what we did there? Stop by our location in Richland and see what Wayne and the crew has in stock for you. ATR in Richland has been in the bulb business since 1984, and they're not done yet. While ATR specializes in industrial, wholesale, and specialty bulbs from manufacturers such as Sylvania, General Electric, and Philips, they also have a retail counter for residential bulbs and fixtures at a fraction of the cost of a big box store. So whether you need to replace one hard-to-find bulb or you get the bright idea for a whole new look, be sure to give the knowledgeable staff at ATR a call. Nobody lights up a room like ATR. Think R&R Motors is just quality used cars at fair prices? Think again. If you need tires, if you're stuck and need a tow, do you want to give your ride a shine? With a wide selection of tires, a towing and recovery service, as well as a self-serve car wash, R&R Motors has you covered. So whether you need a new ride or just want to spiff up the one that you have, go see Richard at R&R Motors, 801 East Jefferson in Richland. Your ride deserves it.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
ZCM Timber Harvesting in Iberia is dedicated to getting you the best value for your timber. We know how hard you worked for your land and how important it is to you and your family. That's why we want to make your land work for you in return. With free, no-obligation consultations, ZCM Timber will get you the best value for your timber while conserving the integrity of your land. Call us today at 573-569-0592. The Bank of Iberia first opened its doors in 1899 and has been tirelessly serving the Miller, Pulaski, and surrounding counties ever since. You don't stay in business that long without knowing a thing or two about taking care of your neighbors. With branches in Iberia and Waynesville, they offer checking, savings, loans, and the friendly customer service that you've come to expect from your hometown bank. So roll on over to Rocktown or wheel into Waynesville and find out what the Bank of Iberia can do for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. When disaster strikes, every second matters. Water, fire, mold, and storm damage or trauma cleanup can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to face it alone. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, our certified restoration experts are on call 24/7, arriving fast to protect what matters most. From cleanup to complete rebuild, we restore your home or property and your peace of mind. If you need help fast, give us a call. At U.S. Disaster Restoration, we master any disaster. For 125 years, the Marys County Bank All right, welcome back here. Start of the third quarter. 23-20, Iberia leads. So just barely hanging on to a lead. Sullivan gets it to start the half. Blankenship comes out firing with a 3. That gives him 9 points now on the night. And ties the ball game. Shreve handles it. Dishes it out in the corner to West. West takes it back up top. Good pressure here in the front court by the Eagles. Dishes it around to Shreve. Ethan Evans back in here to start the second half. Picked up 2 fouls in the first. Didn't play much in the first half. Could be a big difference here in the ball game. West drives in, back out to Shreve. Shreve, the 3, good. He says, you have one, I'll have one too. Gives him 9 points as well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 threes between the teams tonight. Swings it around to Blankenship. Blankenship over here to Peyton. Peyton's going to drive in. And despite getting a hand on it, he puts it in. Evans and McComb both got hands on that ball, and it still went in the net. What sort of magician is Peyton Malady? Back up top, Ethan Evans. Thought about a 3, thinks better of it. Dishes it off to Tucker Jones. Jones out to Shreve. Shreve from like NBA range, no good. Tay's getting ahead of himself, nearly loses it off his leg. Recovers, gets it over here to Tamir. Floater, good. And Sullivan's taking a 1-point lead here. That's his first bucket of the night from the floor. Pushes it over to Ethan Evans. Blankenship had a chance to steal it there, but he was half asleep. I think he was thinking ahead about what was supposed to happen. And that's going to be a foul on Garner, his first.
Hey, wall now. Contact now. Contact now.
Only 8 total fouls in the ball game here. It's even 4-4. Evans, just a little bloop, and it'll drop in, gives him 7 points. Blankenship handling against Tucker. Kicks it over to Peyton Malady. Malady drives in. Goes under the basket. That one swiped out of there just enough by Ethan Evans. Evans thought about driving in. He's going to turn it back around. Hits the break. Screw. That one going to be thrown off of the leg of Tamir, and it'll go out of bounds. Stay with the Iberia Rangers. Shreve trying to get it in. Finally gets it into West Jones. West drives up, hands it off to Tucker. Tucker tries to get it over to Evans. It's tipped. Evans gets a hold of it out to Shreve. Shreve for 3. Bang! Shreve now has 4 threes on the night for 12 points. Garner thought about a 3. Tucker cuts him off out to Blankenship. Blankenship, no thought, just a shot. And a 1-point game again as Blankenship now has 4 threes on the night as well. Jones to Shreve. Back to Tucker. Tucker hands it off to Evans. Evans drives in a little bit out to Shreve. Shreve for another 3. Yes! And the Rangers living by the 3 here in the third quarter and trying to put a lead on the Sullivan Eagles. Garner behind the back dish to Blankenship, who misses the 3. Evans comes up with the rebound. And a timeout called. Saved the possession there. It'll be a 30-second timeout, I would imagine. Yep, going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. I mentioned it during the earlier game, but I'll say it again. Paint It Pink Night, February 12th in Richland, is going to benefit the Logan Ray and Kayla Ray family. Kayla going through cancer treatments and other health issues, and Richland agreed to sell shirts and donate their Paint It Pink proceeds that they do every year to the Ray family. If you would like to help out with that, you can order a shirt until Friday. Friday's the last day to order them, the 23rd. And all proceeds go to the Ray family. So if you would like to get in on that, you have until Friday. Here's the pass to the high post to McComb from West Jones. Shreve, they're going to double team them in the corner. Ball tipped away. Blankenship comes up with it back the other direction. And Evans going to draw his third foul. Blankenship hits the bucket and the and one, and he'll go to the line to shoot one more for the old-fashioned three-point play. Connor going to check in for Evans. Evans in foul trouble already with his third. First shot, or the and one up, no good. Peyton Malady comes up with it. He's going right back to the hole. And just like that, tie ball game. West Jones taking it to the block. Good off the glass there. 2-point lead. 3.5 to go here in the third. And that one's going to go out of bounds. Foul in the process. It's going to be on McComb. He'll pick up his first. Inbound from under the basket here by Tamir. Gets it to Garner. Garner spin move up over McComb. Good. Tie ball game. Just good fundamental basketball here by the Sullivan Eagles so far. Getting some open threes and making space underneath, going to the hole when they have the opportunity, and they've tied it up. To McComb. McComb almost loses it. Double team. Out to Connor. Connor drives. That one up and under. Good. Little granny shot layup there. And he's got 5 points now on the night. Malady to the hole. No. It's going to go out of bounds off of Iberia. McComb had a hand on it last. West Jones tips it away. Jones against Blankenship, up and in. And a foul there on Blankenship as he picks up his third. So Jones makes the bucket and goes to the line here to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Back down the other end quickly, back up to Peyton Malady. Malady for three from the top of the key, no good. And it's going to go out of bounds off of Garner. Garner doesn't think so. 2:19 to go here in the third. West Jones across the timeline here. Rangers lead by 4. If they're smart here, they can make it 6 or 7 and take some time off the clock in the process. Underneath goes Connor. That one picked away by Peyton Malady. Back the other way it goes. He's going to drive straight to the lane, dishes it out here to Oldham, who was not ready for it. And a turnover by the Eagles. And that's a big possession. They certainly needed that one. 4 points is not a comfortable lead, though, by any stretch of the imagination. Into the KMD, out to Tucker Jones. Tucker drives around up over to Shreve. Shreve, long pass back to Tucker. Tucker trying to drive in, gets it to Duncan. Duncan back up to Wes. Shreve going to shoot the three. Again, no. Rebounded by Tamir, and they'll go back the other way. Duncan on his tail. Out to Malady for three, no. And that one is going to go out of bounds. Tolliver got a finger on it, but it wasn't enough to corral it. 2 fouls apiece for both games, or for both teams here in the third. Minute 18 on the clock. Tucker into Shreve on the high post, kicks it out to West. West for 3. That one no good. Rebounded by McComb. McComb up with it. That one good. And McComb gets his first points of the ball game here in the third to extend the lead to 6. Under a minute we go. Pushing it down underneath into Oldham. Oldham in bad position. It's going to be a travel. Trying to slide around and get some space there and picked up his pivot foot just enough to get that call. 50 seconds to go in the third. Crucial possession here for the Rangers. And almost stolen away, and it is. Back the other direction it goes. Up and in off the glass for Tamir for his second bucket of the third quarter. Shaves the lead here to just 4 again. Rangers going to have to take care of the ball. They don't necessarily have to score on this possession. They just can't let Sullivan score. The bigger lead you take into the fourth, the better off you're going to be. Shreve thought about a 3, tried to pass out of it, and it was swatted by Peyton Malady, and it goes out of bounds. 17 seconds on the clock. Inbound in the backcourt to Wes Jones. He'll bring it across half court, 13 on the clock. He's going to drive. Floater, and the foul. Good. So that's a foul on Tolliver, his first. Jones with the bucket, and now the and one opportunity. Evans checks back in to give Shreve a breather here for the last series of the third quarter. Jones, the and one, good. And that's a big one. 9 seconds on the clock, 8, 7. Pass over to Malady is swatted away by Evans. It'll go out of bounds. 5.8 on the clock as they get ready to inbound it here. It'll be Tolliver with the inbound. Gets it into Blankenship. 5, 4, 3 in the corner to Malady. 2, he drives. 1, off the glass, good. And the last second layup makes it a 5-point game as we head into the fourth quarter with Iberia leading. We'll be back here in just a moment after this.
Donnie's Garage is the place to take your vehicle for any and all of your maintenance and repair needs. Donnie's has the experience and knowledge to repair cars, trucks, farm implements, skid steers, and so much more. If it has wheels, Donnie's Garage can get it rolling. I trust him with my vehicles, and you can too. So whether you need new brakes, a new engine, an oil change, or an overhaul, be sure to give Donnie's Garage a call. 417-718-5530 and tell them that Kale sent you.
All right, 5-point lead for the Iberia Rangers here as we head to the fourth. Sullivan has hung in there all game long. Couple of turnovers in bad spots, couple of missed shots is all the difference between these two teams. Very different methods, but also very similar. Just good fundamental basketball on both sides, but a couple more threes hit by Iberia has given them a 5-point lead. Jones takes it across over to Shreve on the corner. Into Evans. Evans gets good position, up and good. Make it 47-40. That one passed in the corner to Blankenship. Evans and Blankenship both have 3 fouls. They'll have to be careful here in the fourth. Back up top to Tamir, who has none. Over to Taze. Bounce pass over to Garner. That one tipped away by West. Garner picks it up. Quick pass into Blankenship. No good. On the quick shot, Garner put some pepper on that pass into the lane, too. That's the old Peppa kid, right down the middle. Jones on the double team, gets it over to Tucker. Tucker over in the corner to Ethan Evans for 3. No. Rebound by Garner. Garner keeps getting the better position on McComb over there. They're right about the same size, but Garner's a little more agile. Here's a 3 by Taze, no good. Rebound comes down with Shreve. Shreve nearly steps out of bounds in the process.
Keep that side, keep that side.
But Iberia just going to have to keep chugging away here and try to take care of this ball. Good double teams. Jones drives in, out to Shreve, back up to West. West for three, no. Rebounded underneath by Tucker. Tucker goes up by 360 layup, no good. Garner behind the back pass. Malady drags the foot, goes up, good. 5-point lead now for Sullivan, or for Iberia, as Malady scores the first points of the fourth quarter. And we're gonna have a timeout called by Sullivan. We'll be back in just a moment after this.
Are you fed up with the limited selection and high prices at the big box stores? Have you grown weary of paying a premium for steaks that don't meet your expectations? Then it's time you see Chris, Todd, and Ira at Three Brothers Meat Company. Three Brothers is your local family-owned butcher shop where you'll find top-quality meats at fair market prices. From chicken, beef, pork, and fish to even something like ostrich or alligator, they've got it all. Plus, with a wide variety of sides, sauces, and spices, and even catering, they are your one-stop shop. Three Brothers Meat Company. Great meat, great service, great people. Backwoods Construction Company is your trusted partner for any project you can imagine. Anything from residential, commercial, agricultural, and so much more, Adam and the Backwoods crew can see it through. From planning and site prep to opening the doors to your dream projects, Backwoods can do it all.
Both teams out of the timeout early there. Long pass down to Tucker. Kobe Wan's over here telling these boys, take care of the ball and fight downhill. Get to the basket. Play your game. Down by 5 here. Into Evans. Evans from the free throw line. Good! Got the friendly roll and in. .549 in the fourth quarter here. Malady from the corner. Good. No. Look good from here. And that one's going to get away from McComb and stay with the Eagles. McComb got the rebound. Somebody got a hand in there, and he could not hang on to it. I don't know if it was Ethan Evans or a Sullivan Eagle, but somebody got a hand on it. The ball's got a little perspiration on it. 5:40 on the clock. Lob into Peyton Malady, no good on the shot. That was going to go out of bounds again with the Sullivan Eagles retaining possession. Here's the inbound. Out to Blankenship. He's got room over to Taze. Taze going to drive. Back to Blankenship. Blankenship drives right this time. Back up to Taze. Taze for 3. Good! They caught Tucker Jones out of position, and they bring it back within 4. That's his first point since the first quarter. West Jones dribble through traffic. Back up to Shreve. Shreve from the top of the key. 3. Yes! 52-45 and a timeout taken. Iberia's going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Shreve has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 threes in the ball game so far. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 for Blankenship. 1 for Taze. And 1 for Malady. West Jones has 2. Ethan Evans has 1. Connor has 1. So almost 15 threes combined. No, more than that. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 threes between the two teams here. Pressure in the front court with a diamond press here for Iberia. And Malady is going to step out of bounds lost his balance on that pass. It was just a touch off target. That's a big turnover. The bigger score gap the Rangers can build right now, the better off it's going to be here as we tick under 5 minutes. Sullivan going to try to keep that from happening, keep putting pressure on these Rangers players and getting the ball turned over. Ethan drives, good. Evans puts 2 more on the board for the Rangers. His 6th point in the 4th quarter. And a collision there. And that's going to be on Tucker Jones, his first foul. First foul of the quarter. I thought it was going to be on Evans, but Evans just lost his balance right along with Blankenship over there. No, that was on Ethan Evans. Sorry, I was trying to help straighten that out. Bounce pass into Garner. Good. They put it up wrong on the scoreboard there. Put it on Ethan Evans. Evans with the bounce pass from McComb, no good. McComb comes down with the rebound, rips it away. That one going to be a foul. That's going to be a 4th on Blankenship. And that'll send McComb to the line here to shoot 2. I don't know if McComb's made it to double digits so far this year. But if he has, it's been from the foul line more than likely. 54-47 with 4:08 on the clock. Here's McComb, heads to the line to shoot 2. First is up and good.
Hey, we're 14. We're 14.
Second shot up for McComb. No good off the front of the rim. Rebounded there by Blankenship. Over to Garner. Garner drives in. No, out to Peyton Malady. Malady will shoot it and score. Good. Nothing flashy, nothing fancy, but very effective there from Peyton. Back up to Shreve. Shreve drives, pass out to Evans is going to go astray and end up out of bounds.
14.
Peyton has 17 points now on the night. Bounce pass into him. He's going to drive the lane on McComb. That one blocked. Couldn't quite get it out of his hand clean. Little bunch up over there. Tucker Jones, he's going to take it in against Garner. Thinks better of it. Out to Shreve. Shreve for a 3. No. Rebounded by Blankenship. Ends up in the hands there of Tamir. Now over to Peyton. Peyton in the corner to Taze. Taze for 3. Yes! And they've brought it within 3 with 3:08 on the clock here. Getting good opportunities is going to be the name of the game for the next 3 minutes here. Evans takes an open shot. Good. Ethan Evans really has developed into a good, very good offensive player this year. More than just height. There's a 3 by Blankenship. No good. Garner swoops in for the rebound. He's going to take it back up. Good. And a 3-point game once again as Garner puts himself in double digits. 30-second timeout there for Sullivan with 2:41 on the clock. So a 3-point lead, definitely not a safe lead by any stretch of the imagination. Iberia still chipping away, trying to maintain their lead. Coach Wan's basically just getting these boys a quick breather before we go to the final couple minutes here, trying to push for a lead. Giving them the next 2 or 3 plays in a row, tell them what they want to do with 2:41 on the clock to try to get the lead back and see if they can hold it. Tucker will inbound it to Wes. Wes pushes it up here towards the timeline in no sort of hurry. Over in the corner to Ethan Evans. Evans, dish inside to Tucker Jones, picked away. Garner up to Taze. Taze, jump stop, good off the glass, and it's a 1-point ball game. Sullivan not out of it. They've been pretty close to it the entire game. They've played very well for a second game in a row as Evans misses the gimme. Gets his own rebound, and that one no good. He'll draw the foul in the process. I think that's going to be on Garner. It is. That'll be Garner's second. That'll send Evans the line here to shoot 2 first opportunities from the line tonight. Only the second team foul for Sullivan. Evans' first shot is no good. Bounces in and out. Womp, womp. Actually, I have that sound. Second one goes in. So 2-point lead now. 58-56. 2 minutes to go. Blankenship round to Taze. Taze to Malady outside here to Tomir. Back to Taze. Over in the corner to Peyton. Peyton going to drive in around McComb. No good on the move. Rebounded underneath by Evans. And Evans going to draw a blocking foul there from Garner. His third. And third of the quarter for the Sullivan Eagles. I don't think they want to foul. I don't think they want to give Iberia any more opportunities to score than what they already have. Tucker Jones drives in against Garner. And Tucker gets on the board here in the fourth for a 4-point lead. Taze, three, no. Rebounded by Garner. Garner going back up over Shreve, no. Rebounded by Evans underneath. And pressure passed out to Tucker Jones. Minute 20 on the clock. 4-point lead. Tucker and the Rangers just going to have to take care of the ball here. West cuts underneath. And a timeout called by Iberia, and they're going to take a full. We'll take one with them. We'll be back here in just a minute after this.
It's a fact of life that even the most reliable equipment occasionally will break down. When that happens, Farm to Fun Mechanical can fix it fast. Trucks, tractors, ATVs, big or small, Farm to Fun can fix it all. No need to worry about paying a tow truck either, because they will come to you. For fast, reliable, and honest service, call Farm to Fun Mechanical, 573-286-8999, and tell them that Kale sent you. ZCM Timber Harvesting in Iberia is
Welcome back. About 20 seconds left here in the break. So tomorrow night, gonna have the consolation semis. It'll be Crocker and Vienna at 6 p.m. Richland St. Elizabeth at 7:30. So be sure to tune back in for that. Friday will have the final games of 7th, 5th, 3rd, and 1st place games. Here's the inbound. Minute 10 on the clock. Coach Wan's telling them put pressure. Get up there, get in their face, turn that ball over. We got ground to make up. Jones passes over to Evans. Evans drives the block. He's gonna get it over here to Tucker. He probably could have turned around and shot that thing. And now he's gonna draw a foul on Gardner, his fourth. And that'll be that's also the fourth team foul. That'll be quite the blow to this Sullivan team if Garner has to go sit out for these last crucial minutes. Wes Jones off the inbound, no good. Garner back the other way with Jones on his back pocket. Gets it over to Peyton. Peyton for three, no. Tucker Jones comes up with the rebound. Had a chance to go for the fast break, but he's going to draw the foul instead and send the Rangers into the bonus. And that is Garner's fifth foul. And he will go have a seat. Tolliver will check in for him. Garner, pretty good game. Ended with 10 points, several rebounds, several blocks in the process. So Tucker Jones will head to the line here to shoot two. That one, swish, nothing but net. And a big one it is to make it a 5-point game. Ideally, with this amount of time left, you want a 6 or 7 point lead at minimum. 35 seconds on the clock. Sullivan in a hurry. Tamir for three and the foul. Wow. That foul is going to be on Wes Jones, his second. So not only does he get the three, but he will go to the line here to shoot one more for a 4-point play. Not something you see terribly often. And hits it. 1-point ball game. And another full timeout taken Let's go take it with him. We'll be back in just a minute.
MFA Agri-Services started way back in 1914, and they're still alive and well today. This is because they serve their communities like no one else, offering feed and bedding for pets and livestock, minerals, supplements, veterinary supplies, and so much more. MFA has what you need to keep your farm outstanding in its field. See what we did there? Stop by our location in Richland and see what Wayne and the crew has in stock for you. All right, welcome back. Rangers in the bonus. 1-point ball game. And not much time left on the clock. I think it's under 20 seconds. Tomir really putting a hurting on that possession by making a 4-point play. West Jones fouled him on the 3-ball. That went in. So instead of a 2 or 3 point game, it is now a 1-point game. Full court press. Shreve passes into Tucker Jones out of the pressure. Tucker dribbling around in the backcourt, gets it up in the front court to Evans. Evans over to Connor. Connor was wide open. Why Evans didn't just take it to the bucket, I don't know. But they'll foul Shreve. Evans could have just dumped that in and made it a 3-point ball game, but now Shreve will go to the line with the hopes of doing the same thing. Peyton Malady picks up his 3rd. First one up for Shreve is good, and that's a big one, but not as big as the next one. Shreve with a chance here to make it a 3-point ball game and force Sullivan to shoot from the outside. Hits both. Big time free throws for Chris Shreve. 18 seconds on the clock. Hands it off to Peyton Malady. Blankenship from Malady. Back up to Peyton. 10 seconds on the clock. Peyton goes to the hole. No. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it out here. 3 on the way. No. Rolls out. And McComb comes down with it, and we're going to have a foul in the process. And that was on Ethan Evans, his 4th. 1.4 seconds on the clock. And Malady has a chance to make it a 1-point ball game here if he can make both. Or do you make the first and try to miss the second so you can put one back in the basket with 1.5 on the clock? It's very risky, but it can be done. First one, up and good. And they're going to take a timeout here in between. And I strongly wonder if that's exactly what the plan is, that they have him accidentally, quote-unquote, miss that second shot and give him a chance for a tip-in to tie it and go to overtime. If you have that amount of confidence in your rebounding ability and Peyton's ability to bang it off the front of the basket, that's exactly what I would do, just to try to pull it out. We'll be back here in just a moment after this.
Family first. My dad used to tell us that all the time. But family first wasn't just something he'd say to us. It was how he lived every day of his life. And it's how I try to live mine too.
At Shelter Insurance, our agents are dedicated to helping provide personalized auto, home, and life protection that puts your family first. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
All right, 1.4 on the clock. 1 foul shot remaining here for Peyton Malady. Let's see what they do. Sullivan may try to miss on purpose. He does. Off the front of the rim, out of bounds. 0.7 on the clock, and it's out of the bounds off of Ethan Evans. They planned it well, executed it not quite as well. And a chance off the inbound here to tie it, if not win it. Tip in by Malady, no good. And Iberia hangs on 63-61. Tried to tip it in. Off the inbound, let's see that replay. It was close. There it is. There's the tip. And almost, I mean, it was just a hair off of being good. So your final score here, 63-61 in favor of the Iberia Rangers. Let's go to a quick break, and I'll come back with the scoring totals here in just a moment after this.
ATR in Richland has been in the bulb business since 1984, and they're not done yet. While ATR specializes in industrial, wholesale, and specialty bulbs for manufacturers such as Sylvania, General Electric, and Philips, they also have a retail counter for residential bulbs and fixtures at a fraction of the cost of a big box store. So whether you need to replace one hard-to-find bulb or you get the bright idea for a whole new look, be sure to give the knowledgeable staff at ATR a call. Nobody lights up a room like ATR.
All right. Final score, 63-61. Iberia pulls it off and heads to the championship round to take on the Dixon Bulldogs Friday at 8:30. So bear with me. You're going to have to listen to me count out loud because I'm not very smart. But for the Sullivan Eagles, Blankenship has 14, Tamir 8. Tays finished with 10, Peyton Malady with 18, Garner with 10, and Oldham with 3. Nope. I think just one, actually. So, yep, just one. Couldn't read my own handwriting there. And then for Wes Jones for the Iberia Rangers, 8, 10, 12, 13 for him. Ethan Evans, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 for the Rangers. 5 for Tucker Jones. Shreve had 9, 12, 15, 18, 20 for the Rangers. McComb with 3 and Connor with 5. Pulling out a 63-61 victory over the number 6 seed Sullivan Eagles. Sullivan heading to the third place game to face Tuscumbia, and I have a feeling that's going to be a very good matchup. Going to be the 5-6 seed, but the way they've played, they could have been the 3-4 seeds because both the 3 and the 4 are in the losers bracket here, but it's hard to seed, coming off of winter break and stuff like that. But tomorrow night, it'll be Crocker and Vienna at 6 p.m., Richland and St. Elizabeth at 7:30, and then Friday, starting at 4 p.m. all the way to 8:30, we'll have the final games of the tournament and crown a winner. So we will see you guys next time. I appreciate all of you tuning in. Make sure that you guys are subscribed or following on Facebook, and we will see all of you tomorrow night.